Listen, you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Good? Bob?
Eric, a lot of ranked teams have gotten upset at home this year. You guys avoided it with really those last 5 minutes. What was the key to pulling it out and avoiding the upset?
Yeah, I thought, we just had, oftentimes you have one guy have an off night or two guys, and all the credit goes to UNCG from a defensive standpoint. But we had a lot of guys just not play as well as they have, and they kind of all did it in one game, or not all, but many. But I thought down the stretch, our guys played composed. We talked yesterday a long time about 5 seniors coming in here, and I thought that their team came in with great confidence. I thought they played with great maturity. And for us, maybe we didn't handle the great second half that we had against San Jose State and put that behind us and understand how hard it is to go and earn every win. It's part of our growth with 11 new players. But certainly, down the stretch, we played well enough to win the basketball game.
Can you give us an update on Trevin?
No, there won't be any update until he gets with the medical people tomorrow and they're able to MRI it or X-ray it, or so we won't know until tomorrow.
That's a tough thing, for the players to see their teammate go down like that. How'd you think they handled that? How'd you think you handled not having one of your best players from most?
Yeah, it certainly changed. On a night that we were really struggling, it certainly changed the complexion of we had a lot of players playing out of position that we'll have to try to get corrected very quickly before we play a really good Oklahoma team on Saturday. And then we just, you got to be ready. We need everybody ready to play from start to finish.
Y'all had 6 FTAs in the first half, 27 in the second half. Was that a point of emphasis?
I would say so. I thought we, when you're making threes like we were, against San Jose State, and you get good quality shots and you have some rhythm and you're feeling good, then you want to encourage guys. And on nights like tonight, when we clearly struggled from 3 the entire 40 minutes, then you've got to adjust your game, and you have to understand that, all right, we're trying to win the game right now, and we got to dribble, drive, attack. The three's not falling. So I think, going 3 for 18, we have to limit our attempts on the nights that it's not falling, and on the nights that the 3 is falling, we probably need to take a high volume. So.
And Nick was in here, and he was critical of his own defense, but he gave you 22 points. Curious how you assess his overall game tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight defensively, the entire team has got to get better than what we defended, especially from 3. I thought Nick was really good offensively. The 11 FTAs were really important on a night that we struggled. In virtually a second game to have 22 points is especially when we only scored 65. If he doesn't have a good scoring night, then we probably don't win tonight.
What did Greensboro do to give you guys trouble in the first half? I mean, anything in particular?
Not, we only had 12 turnovers, and the majority of that, I only have the full, I don't know how many we had at half. I think maybe 9. I thought we were careless with the ball. We had just poor shooting field goal percentage really across the board. I thought that Mackay was really effective, having a double-double. I thought he was a game changer. I mean, the block shots, the protection of the rim, limiting our opponents tonight, paint points. He gets a ton of the credit for that. Thought Anthony was very effective as well. AB is plus 16 in his minutes tonight. And then you mentioned Nick's certainly Nick's ability to convert at the foul line.
Ask about AB's perimeter shooting too. He made 2 of the team's 3 threes tonight. And I think he's 5 of his last 9. Just how big of a lift is that when he's knocking down jumpers? Yeah,
Scott. I mean, AB's really working at it. I mean, on off hours, you see him in the gym. I think he's shooting the ball with good confidence. I think the biggest thing is feet are set when he's taking those threes, and we need him to keep the defense honest. And I think his 3-point percentage, I don't have it in front of me, hit the CUME stats for the year, but I think it continues to rise because the quality of the shot that AB has taken is a high-quality shot. He's not forcing it. He's got his feet set. He's getting it on swing passes or when his man overhelps.
And, Coach, you mentioned the 3-point defense.
40%.
40.7.
Allowed 9 3-pointers tonight, and then you've been turning teams over at a high rate, only turned them over 9 times. But you did have 9 blocked shots. How important was the rim protection on a night where maybe some of the other things you do well normally defensively, maybe not so much? Yeah,
Curtis, for sure the paint, the protection, the rim protection, mainly. Makai was phenomenal. Defending the threes, some nights we've been absolutely incredible on a positive note, and tonight we just didn't took a step backwards offensively and defensively, and on Thursday and Friday we gotta try to get right, and Friday's obviously a travel day too.
Eric, I know you talked about having short practices the other day, and I heard you on the radio. I assume you had a short practice yesterday. But I was asking the guys about that, and Nick said, well, we're not going to have a short practice tomorrow or something like that. I mean, are you going to work them out pretty hard? Or?
Yeah, I think we'll go. I mean, Thursday will be the next day that we hit the floor, and so certainly we will go a little bit longer than what we have for sure.
And then Makai, he's given you pretty consistent minutes really all season, I think. But today, 13 points, 14 boards, 4 blocks. Just what do you think his game overall, and just how he's played for you after in the summer he wasn't that impressive, in Europe?
I just think he's getting more comfortable, and he plays hard, like he runs the floor hard, and the game is like if you're struggling, run the floor, get an easy layup, fly in there and crash the offensive glass and get a putback. And he's doing that. His activity defensively is really good. So he's tonight. If you point to someone that just says, hey, coming into the game, did you think you were going to get a double and 4 blocks? I mean, his stat line is really impressive.
Has he surprised you considering where he was, like say in the summer? And I know that's not fair because he hadn't been here that long, but has he surprised you?
Well, I mean, we saw his agility, his ability to move his feet when we watched film, when he played at Rhode Island, and that's why we were really intrigued with him. But I just think he's been very, he's adapted to our culture. Maybe early on it was he was still trying to learn what the expectations are and things like that.
Nick, you obviously went on minutes restrictions, 39. How good was it to see, and you needed him. You probably needed every second of them tonight. How good was that to see him be able to play 39 minutes and be pretty effective?
Yeah, obviously we were a little bit concerned about his wind and conditioning, but I thought he was fresh enough to make some foul shots when we needed.
Coach Devo finished with a double-double tonight. I'm curious what you thought of his performance.
Yeah, I thought Devo did. He played a lot of the, we had him guarding some 4s, and we played him out of position just because we were kind of doing stuff on the fly with TB getting injured. But I thought his energy was phenomenal. Crashing the glass at his size, getting 10 boards was awesome. And in transition, he added a different dimension to us as well, playing that spot.
Yeah, Anthony picked up his second foul pretty early in the first half and then came back in, and then Devo obviously played with 4 fouls for a good bit there. What was it like kind of having to make those decisions on the fly and kind of realizing the sense of urgency there?
Yeah, I thought it was really, really, really important to to let them maybe play through some foul trouble that in the past I haven't, just based on the complexion of the way the game was being played. Thanks.